Good morning. Today is Tuesday, October 2nd, I believe, or 3rd. Doesn't matter. Time is a concept, it's a construct. There is only now. I am still teaching my course on the Soul of Leadership at Kellogg, Northwestern University, and I'm about to start in about half an hour. So I thought I'd answer your questions that keep coming in. And as you know, you can send me your questions to the following address: info@jayo.com. Info, I-N-F-O, at jayo.com. Isil says, love from Turkey. Back to you, Isil. Love to you in Turkey. Okay, so you can send me your questions at the following address. info@jayo.com, info at jayo, jayo.com. They are placed in a queue and I answer them when I get to them. And most of the questions are still coming from this book, You Are the Universe, Discovering Your Cosmic Self and Why It Matters. I mean, most of the questions are coming from people who have read this book, and I thank you for the support. But you can also send me any other question, and I'll do my best to answer that. Janine Mao from Cologne. Good day to you, Janine. Okay, so today's question is from Gina Shaw, who attended a course with me called Silent Awakenings in Asilomar. And her question is, what is your take on self-awareness in plants? I really appreciate all you're doing and being for your learners. Okay, thank you very much. So I'll answer the question in many ways. So the first very superficial way to answer is, yes, plants are aware. I don't know if they are self-aware in that they ask themselves, who am I and what do I want? But plants are aware. A plant, look at that plant behind me, it will naturally move in the direction of sunlight because it knows that sunlight is essential for its survival, and in fact that plant is therefore aware. It has some degree of awareness because it senses its environment and moves in the direction of what is good for its survival. Same thing true of anything that we call a living organism, whether it's bacteria or a virus or a rodent or a reptile or an amphibian or a bird or a primate or a human. There are various levels of sophistication of awareness moving in the direction which we call self-awareness, ultimate self-awareness. So awareness exists wherever there is life. In fact, you can say awareness have life, and life is awareness. You can say awareness is life and life is awareness. The two are synonymous. Now, some people go further. They're called panpsychists, and they say that everything has awareness. So atoms have awareness. I remember reading a long time book by Freeman Dyson, the eminent physicist, who said every quantum experiment forces the atom to make a choice. So there you go. He also said that he was intrigued by three riddles in his life. Freeman Dyson is one of the last living physicists from the era of Einstein, professor at Princeton, over 90 years old, brilliant mind. He's originally English, and he said three riddles have occupied my attention throughout my life. Number one, a universe that is fine-tuned for mind and consciousness. Number two, the unpredictable movement of atoms. Unpredictable, but they're building a universe. And number three, our own consciousness. I'll repeat that. Three riddles. A universe fine-tuned for mind and consciousness. The unpredictable movement of atoms. And finally, our own consciousness. So, that's leaning in the direction of panpsychism. So, I've answered your question on one level, but now I'm going to answer it on a deeper level. And I'll do that right after the construct that we call 15 seconds. So I said I was going to answer your question at a much deeper level, and let's try that. So, plants are an experience in awareness. The human body is an experience in awareness. Animals are an experience in awareness. So, awareness is the screen of consciousness that modulates itself as experiences called plants, humans, animals, stars, galaxies, rocks, subatomic particles. Everything that can be possibly experienced, and everything that is given a name is an experience, even without giving a name. It's a shape, is a sensation, it's a taste, smell, texture, sound, form. These experiences are all occurring in the one consciousness, which differentiates into species-specific experiences called plants by us, called by human beings, plants, animals, rocks, trees, subatomic particles, galaxies. So all the experiences are in one consciousness. Your consciousness, my consciousness, is a speck of that consciousness that is experiencing what we call the body and the world through the filter of the human mind, the mind that has been conditioned through culture, education, science, technology, religion, theology, philosophy, all systems of thought have created a conditioned mind, and through that filter we experience what we call the human universe. And in the human universe we experience plants and animals and everything else as constructs, but these constructs are modified forms of awareness, and these modifications are the human mind. And we have a shared human mind, so we give names to those experiences that we have through the filter of the human mind. But behind the human mind is an undifferentiated consciousness that is common to everything that we call sentient being. So sentient beings are experiencing through modulations of consciousness their spectrum of experience, but the screen of consciousness in which all these different minds are having different experiences of that which we call reality, the screen of consciousness is one. Call it Brahman, call it universal consciousness, call it cosmic self, call it God, call it Ein Sof, call it God, call it Ein Sof, call it the unnameable, unutterable, inconceivable, that which cannot be perceived, named, uttered, imagined, but that which interacting with itself creates infinite knowers, modes of knowing, and objects known, infinite observers, modes of observation, and objects perceived. That one infinite being is you, but conditioned as a finite mind. And that finite mind is part of the infinite being or infinite consciousness. That alone is. Beyond all your conditioning, beyond all your thoughts, beyond all your memories, beyond all your imagination, beyond all your concepts, beyond all your perceptions, there is only being. And that being is you. You are a divine being having a human experience, a non-local being having a human experience. And so, to answer Gina's question, there is only consciousness, nothing else. Mind, brain, body are constructs, human constructs, as are plants, as are minerals. They are names we have given as human beings to modes of experience, modes of knowing. And consciousness is the knowing element in every experience. It's the timeless factor in time-bound experience. Ramanand Dixit says, Tattvam Asi. Yes, Tattvam Asi. I am that, you are that, all this is that, and that alone is. Aham Brahmasmi. I am the universe. You are the universe. The universe is the objective experience of the self. Atman is Brahman. So, Gina Shaw, I hope I've answered your question, and I'll return here tomorrow to speak to everyone. Mary Lyle Ray says, coma. In coma, the mind is absent, but consciousness being non-local, not occupying space or time, being infinite, consciousness has no birth and no death. The real you was never born and therefore is not subject to death. That's right, Adria. Aham Brahmasmi. God is the only whole. That's what Catherine says. Totally agree. Corey says, good morning, my brother. Good morning, Corey. Piaja Schmidt says, Atman is not Brahman. Okay. I think she means Jiva is not Brahman. Jiva is the conditioned mind. Atman is the unconditioned pure consciousness, the ground of being, the ground of existence, infinite, non-local, creative, synchronistic, unpredictable, and the source of intentionality. Mark Rudis, we simply are. Leanne Barker, what is meta-human? I have spoken about that in the past. You can check it out. You just go search for it, Meta-Human by Deepak Chopra. But I'm writing a book on meta-human as well, which will be the next stage of our evolution. Hosanna, Aaron, Jensen, love to you, Hosanna. So anyway, if you like these insights, please share them with each other. Give me your feedback, and please write to me, info@jaio.com, info@jaio.com. You can ask questions from here, You Are the Universe, or from whatever comes to your mind. Take care.